Hello, everybody. We're back. It's Take a Sip Sports with your boy, Carter Pate, and the other man on the side of the camera, Chase Cromwell. How you doing tonight, Chase?
You know, we're doing fabulous. Week's been a grind, but we push through, you know? That's what the beverages are for.
Yep, you always got to fucking grind. There we go. Yep, get it down the gullet. Get it down the gullet. So, a big sports week when I feel like when we constantly talk shit on the sports week, it absolutely gets flipped on its head and it's like a spectacular one, honestly. Because I didn't have a big vibe of it being a big sports week, you know, or like some like too crazy exciting, but it was a pretty good week in all sports overall.
Yeah, and there wasn't crazy big matchups as well as far as NFL or college, but still never fails to surprise us, I don't think.
No, never does for sure. I think we're just going to hop straight into NFL. Let's just start off with your Colts, Bep. Get it off your chest. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
God, the Raiders are such a shit team, bro. Such a shit team, let me tell you. Hey, Jeff Saturday, more like motherfucking Jeff Sunday, baby. Undefeated head coach. Who else is undefeated head coach? Nobody. We're like that, bruh. We're like that. Jeff Saturday, they came in with a good game plan, man. Came in good with the game plan. Good game plan. We executed. Like I said last week, I said Jeff Saturday is going in that O-line room and he's going to talk some sense into ththose guys. And what happened?
They,
JT, 22 carries, 147 rushes, 147 rushing yards, and a tud.
Well, when you probably have the best running back in the league and it's only his second year in the league, why not feed the motherfucker? Burn him into the ground soon because he's going to turn eventually into Ezekiel Elliott. Hopefully not that soon, but eventually he's going to turn into a Zeke, and he's going to be just not very good.
Zeke's a fat fuck.
But yeah, I mean, from what I saw, like leading up into the week, Jeff Saturday was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna take the points when they give it to us. He wasn't necessarily ever gonna press, but he pressed enough buttons, and you guys pulled out the dub.
Well, yeah, bro. I mean, he said they simplified the game plan, and then massive props to the offensive play caller. We got Parks Frazier up in the fucking booth. Called some big-time plays, big-time passes, and Matty Ice came in looking good.
That didn't he have his career longest run?
He did. Matty Ice ran for 31.
Career high. Matty Ice is a new man.
And this motherfucker Jeff Saturday said he looked like lightning.
He looked more like molasses, but it's all right.
Yeah. Hey, he got it done. The Colts got it done. The Raiders, You guys are sorry. Derek Carr, you're sorry for crying on that podium. I don't care what happened. You're a man, bro. You show that emotion not in front of the press, man. I know it's the McDaniels curse, but what are you going to do about it?
It's so crazy, too, because Devontae had a great line. 9 receptions, 126 yards at the touchdown. Raiders still only put up 20 points and lose by 5.
With every fucking ball thrown either too far in front or too far behind. Derek Carr is garbage. I'm sorry. He's garbage.
Yeah. He's not very good. He's good enough to win games for sure. I don't think it's a Derek Carr issue, honestly, personally. I think it's more of a Josh McDaniels issue.
Not 100%.
I think it's more of a coaching issue. Josh McDaniels just fucking sucks, honestly.
But how are you going to coach throwing the ball in the correct spot at the correct time? Derek Carr knows how to do, especially to Devontae Adams, your college teammate.
Yeah, been in the league for probably damn near close to 10 years now. Like, fucking figure it the fuck out, man.
Exactly. And Devontae's probably just as frustrated as Derek is after coming from fucking A-Rod slinging him darts. Nonetheless, the Colts came out with the dub with the non-head coach, interim head coach, Jeff Saturday, ESPN analyst turned interim head coach. Previous Colts center, Super Bowl champion, Colts Ring of Honor inductee, legend at this point. Bring him on. Bring him on full time.
I'm still so weak at his fucking tweet where it just says the Raiders suck, and then he just went out there and fucking beat him. Like,
well,
what a
it was
dog!
It was a long ass time ago, but still,
post
with the tweet under it, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that shit was great. Congrats to Jeff Saturday getting his first NFL win as a head coach. Big time for the Colts. Maybe they start swinging it around here. I mean, you guys are 4-5. You guys aren't far out of it. Everybody thought you guys were fucking dead. The Raiders are dead. They're 2-7. Bro,
yes, the record is shit and was shit, but I feel like the core of the team is definitely better than the Raiders. Is definitely better than the Lions, the Bears, the Broncos, the Jaguars, the Browns. I mean, I could go on and on and on.
Commanders.
It was a coaching issue.
Steelers, Saints, probably definitely better roster than the Giants,
Cardinals,
Texans,
Rams,
Browns. Like, you guys have on paper one of the top rosters in the league for sure. There's no doubt.
And we got a spicy matchup coming this week too. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens, especially after them coming off that loss.
Yeah. But before we jump into next week, let's touch a little bit on my Cowboys here.
Oh wow! Let's talk about a sorry ass quarterback performance. Can we?
Dak was like 50% with 265 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, but CeeDee Lamb though. If I'm gonna highlight a bright spot in the Cowboys game, it was CeeDee Lamb. For some reason, our defense just didn't work on Sunday. I don't know why. I didn't get to watch the entire game. I only got to see highlights because I was out snowboarding like a fucking idiot. But it's all right. Cowboys lose in overtime to the Packers. Aaron Rodgers just owns the fucking Cowboys. He owns Mike McCarthy. Actually, I wouldn't say he owns the Cowboys because we definitely should have won the fucking game. Like, with no doubt in my fucking mind.
You didn't. That's the point.
But we didn't because Mike McCarthy decided to go for a 4th and 2 when we could have just kicked a field goal with one of the better field goal kickers in the fucking league and just been up.
Exactly.
And then it would have gave our defense a little bit more momentum to go ahead and stop them instead of letting Mason fucking Crosby just kick a little fucking chip shot at the end to end the fucking game. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, the boys are still 6-3. The Eagles are slowly starting to slide back to us, so I like to see that. But, props to the Packers, props to Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully the Packers get something rolling here because they've been looking like dog shit.
We'll see about that. I mean, Aaron Jones finally had a game. Aaron Jones fucking played, but
you give the big dog 24 carries, he's going to eat. Like,
it's the same thing with Jonathan Taylor. It should have been done after week 1. They gave him 31. They tapered him off, and now back to 22 plus. If you want your running back to run, give them the fucking carries. Josh Jacobs goes off when they give him the fucking ball.
It shows the difference between a high-level running back and like a mid-tier running back because I'm looking at James Conner right here, 21 carries, 69 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns, but they were probably right at the goal line. But then you have Aaron Jones, 24 carries, 134 yards, and then Jonathan Taylor, 22 carries, 147 yards. Like,
I mean, it comes with talent. It comes with O-line talent. It comes with the collectiveness of the offense, I think, in a whole. I mean, Saquon, 35, 152. And then you got fucking Jeff Wilson, 17 for 119.
Dalvin Cook, 14 for 119, 1 tud. Like,
let's talk about Justin Fields.
That guy,
wow. I mean, they lost the game, but Justin Fields the last 2 weeks has been wow.
Well, I think what they're starting to do is they realize he's more of a Jalen Hurts rather than a fucking, a Justin Herbert or a fucking Patrick Mahomes.
He's an athlete, bro. He's an athlete. Let him move the ball on his own.
He throws one of the prettiest balls, deep balls. He could sling that motherfucker 65 yards right in the fucking basket, but it's the little touch passes where he has issues. But if you just give him a couple run plays, you spread him out, because they start spread out because they know it can fucking sling the ball. You fucking let him run and the running backs run, sucks him in, and then boom, hit him over the top. Like
exactly.
I mean, we're not in the position to call fucking play. Like, Justin Fields was their top rusher at 13 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, come on. Give the motherfucker the ball. He's the best athlete on the field. Just give him the ball.
Oh, and he only had 167 passing yards. So, I mean, when you run the ball that well and you get to throw it to Cole Kmet for a 50-yard tud.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to hit that number, but
the Bears defense got to play better in the fourth quarter though. They gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter, which is pretty fucking horrendous.
That is sorry.
But yeah, Justin Fields, big bright spot for Bears fans. If you're a Bears fan, I would be pretty excited about this kid. He's probably going to be pretty good. The Broncos
for the future.
Yeah, the Broncos and Russell Wilson, fucking trash. Absolute trash.
Talk about a sorry-ass team, bro.
They are literal hot garbage.
I mean, let's be honest for a second. I feel bad for that defense.
Dude, to fucking hold Derrick Henry at only 53 yards.
53 yards on 19 carries, that is insane. You let that guy get downhill, it's done. And they held him to 17 points.
That's the thing. It's not like they let they were feeding Derrick Henry. Like 19 carries is no fucking anything close to 20. Like you're feeding him the fucking football.
Exactly.
And to only hold him to 17 points. I mean, Tannehill did throw 2 touchdowns, but I mean, still the fucking Broncos just gotta be better, dude. Like they had all the hype. Everybody was sucking them off to start off the fucking season, and they are just tragic.
Hey, not going to beat Peyton.
Commanders beating the Eagles,
well,
32-21.
Before Monday night, let's talk about the shit show that was the Bills game.
Oh my god! Dude, that didn't even fucking.
Wow.
I heard
all the shit I talked on the Vikings too.
Yeah, exactly. You were a big hater on the Vikings. I think you in your top 5 had them 4?
I did have them 4 or 5, which shows them a bit of respect. But
a bit, but it's not like I think I had them at 3.
But
I think I had them at 4. I think I had them at 4.
You can't have them that high after who they played, but the Bills did throw that game away. Let's keep it buck.
Not the Bills. I would specifically say Josh Allen and their head coach, Sean McDermott.
I mean, that fumble in the end zone. What the fuck are you?
I was listening to a podcast earlier. Shout out to the John Middlecoff podcast. Big went to Cal Poly and was a recruiting coach at Fresno State. Listen to his podcast and a scout for the Eagles in the NFL. He was saying from what he sees that Sean McDermott and Josh Allen just get tight at the end of games when it's real close, you know? They just get fucking tight. And that's like Josh starts forcing those picks. That stupid fucking fumble right at the goal line. And then you look at a fucking Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. They could be down fucking 21 and you know they're going to come back. And I don't fucking doubt that the Bills will come back. It's just they will come back and then maybe potentially give it back up again.
Exactly. Because, I mean, so now the Bills have lost to the Vikings. They've lost 2 weeks in a row now, correct? Because they lost to the Jets last week.
Jets, Vikings, Miami.
This week, and they lost to Miami. Which... the only team out of the 3, I'd say, which might be slightly lower tier. I mean, the Jets really haven't been a team to fuck around with too much. Salas took that team and really made them. I mean, they've had fucking. They should have a really good defense with all the top picks they've sent into that defense, but The Bills,
It,
man. The Bills. What
it
the
just
fuck?
a bunch of question marks, and I think next week they're gonna absolutely. If it wasn't gonna be 4 to 5 feet of snow, they would have sent the Browns back into the fucking massage parlor. Like they would have
Oh yeah.
absolutely destroyed
Oh
those
yeah.
motherfuckers. But with 4 to 5 inches or 4 to 5 feet of snow, anything could happen.
Different story. Well, I think they're saying 2 feet. 2 feet of snow with Jacoby Brissett.
I was
The
seeing like
last
30.
the
I was
last
seeing like
time.
34 inches to 42 inches or some shit like that.
Okay, so we're talking 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah, three
The
to four
last
feet.
time there was a big time snow game in Buffalo, guess who was the quarterback?
Jacoby Brissett was probably on the Patriots, huh?
No,
Was he on
Colts.
Miami? Oh, Colts. Did he fucking go in there and fucking?
So that's not really saying anything. That's not really saying much because he's on the Browns now. And the Browns aren't the greatest, nor are they the worst.
They have a good
But
roster. They're kind of like the Colts, but they just had Jacoby Brissett, so it's kind of tough.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the Bills choked it.
Justin
Super Bowl.
Jefferson with one of the greatest catches
Oh
I've
my
ever seen in
god,
my entire fucking life.
great, great
Um,
game in total, man. What a fuck.
10
JJ had
receptions.
a great block for Dalvin Cook's fucking touchdown run.
uh,
The stat line, go ahead.
10 receptions, 193 yards, and a tud. Like, you can't get much better than that. And then I'm not gonna glance over the Stephon Diggs catch either. A lot of people are.
Oh no, Stephon. I mean, he was clamped down. I mean, he still had a decent. He had still had a very good stat line, but they kept him pretty locked down that game. Because usually you're seeing him, especially against a team like that, you're seeing him go long, go deep consistently, and I felt like he was stifled pretty much the whole game, even though he had
Pro-
100 and something yards.
yeah, this might be like a bad take, but honestly, one of the most even trades we've ever seen in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was Stephon Diggs to the Bills. Then the Bills got the Bills gave the Vikings their first round pick, which ended up being Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson is younger, but they throw up pretty damn near close about the same fucking statistics. Like the past 2 years they've been in the
Well,
league.
I mean, let's think about this though. You have JJ on a team with Josh Allen. You have him on a team with Pat Mahomes. You have him on a team with a top tier quarterback, which Cousins is not a terrible quarterback by any means. But you
He's
put him
probably
with
putting up 200 every game.
oh, easily. He'll have the targets. He's going to be able to break free. Bro, can you imagine him on the Chiefs?
Or even on the Bills, bro, with Josh. Like,
Well, even with the Chiefs, because the Chiefs have so many weapons that they could just spread the ball consistently throughout the whole game. Same thing with the Bills, like you said. You can't discount any of the guys that are playing for the Bills. You can't discount any of the guys that are playing for the Chiefs. You can't discount most of these guys, even on the Dolphins, bro. Can you imagine him on the Dolphins with fucking Waddle and Tyreek running fucking down the field?
dude,
Insane.
if they had Jay Jetta, Waddle, and Hill, oh my god. Oh my god. There'd be nobody to stop him. Tua would have
No.
700 yards a fucking game.
Oh,
like
Tua would look like an elite quarterback.
Literally.
Sure, bro.
Like
he had a really good game too, man. But still,
yeah, I mean, and people are throwing him in the MVP conversation. And like I said last week, I believe I mentioned it last week on the pod. If we're gonna pick a fucking MVP from the Dolphins, I'm taking Tyreek fucking Hill.
100%. Because you look at his output is consistent every fucking week, and until last week, he didn't even have a touchdown. He didn't have a catch in the red zone, and his output is amongst the likes of Stephon, amongst the likes of JJ, amongst the likes of this and that and this, and it's like, holy fuck! I know the guy's crazy, but still,
he's just an absolute fucking monster. Dolphins are at the top of the fucking division right now.
Dolphins are playing ridiculously good. The Giants are playing. I mean, the Giants beat the Texans by any means, but the Giants are 7-2, which is what the
Surprising.
fuck.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Um,
we just have to just cover the Eagles game real quick before we move on. Because what the fuck was that?
like I said before we hopped on, I didn't really see a bunch of it because I just thought that the Eagles were gonna absolutely mollywop them. And then homeboy Elias was texting me, and he was like, he told me before the game started. He said, "Watch, I bet on the Commanders. I bet they win." And he kept texting me during the game. He was like, "Commanders, Commanders, Commanders." I'm like, bro, there ain't no fucking shot, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there ain't no fucking shot. But Taylor fucking Heineke, he's got dog in him. People want to say Zach Wilson got dog in him. Taylor Heineke got that dog in him.
Zach Wilson's just a cougar hunter. That's fine.
He's a fucking hunk of garbage. But the Commanders' huge win, that helps the boys out with the loss, which I really fucking appreciate.
Oh yeah. And they kept Devonta Smith locked down to 6 catches for 39 yards.
How'd AJ Brown do?
AJ Brown had 1 catch for 7 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you lock those two down,
it's done.
Unless they just rushed for like 400 fucking yards, they ain't got much. They got much after that.
Miles Sanders had 12 for 50.
Yeah, they just
and they had three fucking fumbles.
You know what's probably
one of them was a missed face mask, but other than that,
you know what's probably a big help to the Commanders' defense?
Who?
Chase Young.
Oh yeah,
Chase Young.
No, because that was first week off injury, right? Did they play him?
First week back. Fool's a fucking savage.
Yeah, on limited
snaps.
He didn't have a tackle.
He probably did do much, but just the fear of having him on the fucking field, it's like
when you're lining up with him, it's just like,
dude's a fucking 3 times more athletic Javanion Clowney. He's a fucking killer. Absolute
so the Eagles
killer.
are no longer undefeated. I thought that they would just keep rolling after last week, but now that's a shaky game against the Texans, a loss against the Commanders, and now coming up against my Colts next week in Indy. Tides might be shifting, Ethan. Tides might be shifting.
But yeah, I think that moves us on to week 11. Season's getting real close to being over. I mean, we still got about 6 games left, but season's getting close to being over.
7 games.
Yeah, 7 games left. It's going to be exciting for this playoff push for a lot of teams. You know,
it's close, bro. I think this is probably the closest playoff race I've seen in most areas in a very long time, especially with the wild cards.
Yeah, because a lot of divisions are shit based off record, you know? Like, the teams might not actually be shit, but based off records, a lot of the teams are fucking shit. Or you have, in the other case, where their records on some sides are just fucking wild, and they're fucking raw. Like,
exactly. I mean, like, for example, let's take the Seahawks, bro. Trade away Russell Wilson. Everyone thinks Seahawks are going to be garbage. Hot garbage. And what did they do? Put up a 6-4 record? Is it the best in the league? No. Is it pretty fucking solid? I'd say yes. Pete Carroll's turned that team, and Geno Smith said, "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. This is my time. This is Geno time."
Like, the dude went.
They're putting on a show down there.
In the loss against the Bucks, dude went fucking 23 for 33, 275 for 2 tuds. I mean,
I can't believe they lost that game, bro.
I wasn't up to watch it.
Obviously, I
So
didn't watch it, but I can't believe they won
yeah,
that game because I was betting on them.
it is what it is. But yeah, week 11, kicking it off with Titans Packers. Packers are favorited at Lambeau. If they feed Derrick Henry, not much the Packers could do, honestly. But it is what it is.
Well, yeah, and I think it kind of was. It was that. It was the Packers Cowboys matchup last week, and that matchup always goes hard every fucking time. So I think
Every time, it's always a banger fucking game. Every time.
And I think they're gonna be riding high off that game, and I think Derrick Henry is gonna come and punch him right in the throat.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
even though they're playing in Lambeau, which also
it's probably gonna be cold as shit, and you fucking get cold. Derrick Henry, just guys are gonna fall
because that hurts 10 times more when it's cold.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man, does it fucking hurt.
But yeah, probably going to be a good game to start off. This week 11. Then we got Bears Falcons. Honestly, I don't really give a shit. Kind of just want to see if Justin Fields does his thing again. An interesting game here we have though. Browns Bills.
Like we talked about, gonna have 2 to 5 feet of snow there. Might get pretty shitty.
Which comes to my first bet of the week. I am taking.
Let me hear it.
So the Bills are favored at -8. Okay. I'm taking the under in this game at 41.5.
Okay.
Once I saw there was going to be a fuckload of snow. No, 8. The Bills are favored 8. I'm taking the under.
Spread?
No, under on the points.
Yeah.
I'm taking the under on the points at 41.5. It's a little low for an NFL game because, fucking 22-22. But I don't even see it getting to the fucking 20s, honestly. It's just a bad spot for the Bills, a bad spot for the Browns. I'm taking the Undy at 41.5. We need it to be like a 13-10 game, which I could very likely see that coming about. But the reason I didn't pick a side is because you have the Browns with Nicholas Chubb. And if they're just going to feed that motherfucker, it could be a long day at the office for the Bills. They could easily be 6-4 after this fucking game.
Very, very well. Very well.
But it's going to be a real interesting game. The weather's going to be, I think, a fun visual. It might not be the best broadcast, but a fun visual.
It's hard to keep those legs churning. It's hard to keep those legs churning in the snow, man.
Yeah.
People are going to be wet. You're wet. You're fucking sopping.
You're not going to be able to throw the ball at all. So that eliminates Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Amari Cooper. It eliminates every single one of them.
I think it's gonna be checkdowns. There's gonna be a lot of screens, but it's gonna be Singletary and it's gonna be Chubb. That's gonna be big storylines there. After that, you got a little East Coast matchup coming in, the New York Jets and the Patriots. I'm betting on this game.
New York and Pats?
They have the Pats -3. I'm taking Jets +3.
This game is in Foxborough.
Jets taking it.
We're taking the Jets at +3. I don't hate it by any means.
Jets are coming off a bye. This is what you need to remember. Jets are coming off a bye. They're coming off a big win against the Bills. Game time. Game time, Zach. Game time. You've
had a week to prepare, and I believe, the The thing is, I believe the Patriots have also, because I don't think they played last week.
I think you're right.
So both teams have had a week to prepare for each other, but it is an in-division game. It is an in-division game. You know how these games roll. The Jets are 4-0 at playing playing other than in New Jersey.
But it's Bill Belichick, so
yeah, I mean,
I'm taking Jets.
Taking the Jets.
+3.
I don't hate it at all. Do not hate it one bit.
Gotta get board real quick.
Now a game that you, as a Colts fan, I believe you're really excited for.
Don't get me started on this game, bro.
The Eagles and the Colts.
Jeff Sunday's coming back home. Back in Lucas Oil. I can't wait, bro. I'm going to have that game on. I'm going to get to see him walk into the stadium. It's going to be electric. That place is going to be banging.
This is my second game that I am betting on.
And you're betting the fucking Eagles.
I am not. Jeff Sunday.
My motherfucking dog!
Jeff Sunday. Let's fucking ride. Let's cover that spread at 7. Keep it within 7. That's all I need. I don't give a fuck if you guys win or lose. You do, but I don't. Just keep it within 7. I think you guys got it. Eagles coming off a terrible fucking loss, which kind of goes against what I do, or what the Sharps do when like a team comes off a bad loss. Mm-hmm. Colts come off a good win. Mm-hmm. Like, you typically go the other way and you bet the fucking favorite to fucking absolutely whap them. No. We're betting the fucking Colts +7. Keep it within 7. We're making money. Let's go. Come on, Colts. Colts
for
Nation,
the shoe, baby. For the shoe. Back. The thing was, I saw it was at Lucas Oil. I'm like, yeah, all right, they got it. They got to at least cover the spread for sure. Even if they don't win, it's gonna be. I'm willing to bet my money. It's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a game because if the Eagles are gonna give up 31 points to Taylor Heineke and the Commanders, they're definitely gonna give up quite a few points to Matt Ryan, Michael Pittman, Paris Campbell, fucking not Nyheim Hines anymore, sadly. JT, fucking Alec Pierce, my white dog, Jelani Woods. I could go on and on and on. It's gonna happen.
Well, if the shoe just feeds Taylor, it's gonna be a long Sunday morning for the Eagles.
Oh yeah, because that O-line finally. Jeff Saturday came in and he built a nice. I heard he was a previous Boy Scout, previous Eagle Scout. He built a nice fire. Poured gasoline, 5 gallons of gasoline on that bitch, and lit it right under their ass. He said, "You guys, the highest paid O-line in the league, and you guys are performing like the fucking worst."
Yep.
And look what happened. So, we'll see how that goes. 10 a.m. game. I'm going to be up. We'll see. After that, Rams Saints in the Superdome in Louisiana.
Are you betting on that bitch?
I don't give a fuck about this game.
Yeah, I honestly don't either.
Two sorry-ass teams. Like, bro, what? I mean, I feel like there's always the Super Bowl hangover. Is there
it's
not?
That Super Bowl hangover. No, it absolutely is.
Always consistently Super Bowl hangover.
Except for the Houston Astros, which, I mean, it's not Super Bowl, but like but like whenever a team wins a championship, they typically aren't not even close to as good as they were the year before, except for the Houston Astros. But in the case of the Rams and in the NFL, excluding the Patriots, there always is a Super Bowl hangover. Always.
And we acquit the Patriots not having Super Bowl hangovers to Tom Brady alone. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, greatest coach-quarterback combination of all time. Even though
all time.
couldn't stand them. Doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Lions,
But
Lions, Giants. I'm betting on that one.
So was I, baby.
Yeah.
So am I. The game is in East Rutherford. I want to hear your side.
I mean, I'm taking Giants money line, obviously, and then I'm taking over 45.
So you had me at money line. Didn't want to touch the over-under just because, you know. But I think the Giants are going to absolutely mollywop this team.
Because the thing is, bro, you look at the Lions putting up 31, whatever it was, again. Yeah, 31 against the
31,
the
yeah.
Finally putting up points, and they happen to be apparently the worst defense in the NFL, even though it hasn't. I mean, it has seemed like it, but then they beat the Packers, they beat the Bears back-to-back weeks, which obviously aren't top-tier teams. But at the same time, you're not going to stop Saquon.
The Lions just aren't good. And Brian Dable has something cooking up over there in fucking East Rutherford. Yeah. I'm taking the Giants spread money line. You're taking the Giants money line over 45.
I'm telling you, take the over. You got Amon St. Brown running down the fucking sideline all game long. I'm telling you, this game's going over 45.
Fuck it, I'll join over. I'm heavy on the Giants this week.
It's at least
heavy on the Giants.
I mean, think about it. 45. What? It's not even that hard to get to.
35-10.
They each score 3 touchdowns. That's 42. You add a field goal, 45. It's going over. It's going over. Mark it down. Write it down. Giants taking the game over 45. They're making it happen. Take the money.
No doubt Giants take the fucking game. There is no doubt in my mind. Giants take the fucking game.
If they don't take it, burn me at the stake.
Yep. You could crucify both of us. Commanders, Texans, I don't give a fuck. Raiders, Broncos, I don't give a fuck. And here's where we get to
Raiders, Broncos. I don't give a fuck. Let's stop. Can we pause at this game real quick, please?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
This might be the sorriest game of all time.
Raiders are defeated at every away game.
But let me tell you, the Broncos offense is shit, and the Broncos defense is great. So you have to look. The Raiders already aren't scoring points, so now you're going to expect them to score points against one of the better defenses in the league. And then you have Russell Wilson on the other side, who hasn't done shit the entire time, and now you're going to expect him to do something against even a sorry Raiders defense. It's not happening. It's going to be a sorry game. That's all I'm saying. 2 sorry teams. The Raiders suck ass. Tony, the Raiders suck. Get over it. Elias, the Raiders suck. Get over it. Not
the
next
thing
year,
is,
not ever.
They're the same old Raiders, and the Broncos are the same old Broncos without Peyton Manning. Like it's pretty much chalked up to it. Like that's as best as I could fucking explain it. But yeah, I honestly don't give a fiddly fuck about that game. The game I really do care about though is Cowboys-Vikings, which the Cowboys are actually favored at a -1.5. And we're away in Minneapolis.
How are you going to favor? How are you going to favor? I don't care if the Bills threw the game away. Maybe they threw a game away. Maybe they didn't. The Vikings still had to be there to score the points. They still had to score the points.
When I saw this, first thought in my mind was the line switched. There was when it came out, it was probably a bunch of Vikings. It was probably Vikings favorited, and then everybody was betting on the fucking Cowboys. So then they just flip flopped it. That's what my thought would be, or was. Because when I saw that, I was like, fuck, we're favored again on the road, dog? Like, to the 8-1 Vikings? Like, I get they're fucking not the best 8-1 team we've ever fucking laid our eyes on, but like they're good. Like good.
I guess it could be. The surprising thing for me is the over-under is 47.5.
And I'll bet the over.
Okay.
I'm betting the over, and I'm betting
really
the Cowboys. I'm betting the over just because both teams have two electric offenses. The Cowboys defense is good. Vikings isn't that good. Their corners fucking suck. But
yes, but that's what I'm saying is the Dallas defense is good enough. I think they're going to be able to hold them to a decent amount of points, maybe.
I see this game. I see this game being a 28-31 dub by the boys, hopefully. And that's why I'm taking a money line. You know, I can't bet against my boys. I did it earlier in the season, and they absolutely bent me over and fucked me. So I just got to keep riding with them. They bet me over last week too, but I'm just going to keep riding with them. Got to keep riding with the boys. You know, got to ride.
Yeah.
Got to ride with the star, babe. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? Bet against my fucking favorite team? Like, no chance. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I can get along with that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm betting the boys, but as a Colts fan, as you are a Colts fan, as I am
this week, I'm a Colts fan.
A boys fan. I'm never betting against my team. Win, loss, whoever they're playing, I'm still gonna. I mean, I bet for them against the Chiefs. I said if there's a game they're gonna win, it would be the Chiefs, and they beat the Chiefs.
Well, the thing is, at the line being 1.5, that is just in either Vikings win or a Dallas win. So, like, why take the spread? You take the money line.
Exactly.
Because it's too close to call. So you just take the money line. You fucking figure out which team you want. Take the money line. Fuck the points. But, yeah. I have Cowboys money line. Browns, Bills under 41.5. Oh, so Cowboys, Vikings, money line Cowboys over 47.5. Browns, Bills under 41.5. Eagles, Colts. Colts to cover the spread at +7. Lions, Giants. We are both on the over at 45. Giants money line I have, and Giants spread.
And I'm my last bet for the week because I just have Giants and Jets. I'm taking the Bengals in Pittsburgh. Money line.
Who?
Because I don't know that. Bengals money line over Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh. Steelers are just sorry. They came out, bro. It was so weird. They came out week 1 hot. They came out week 1 firing.
How is that line only 3.5?
But at the same time, you know what? I'm going to take that back. I'm not making that bet. Because I forgot JJ.
TJ's back.
TJ's back.
Yeah, TJ's back. That helps.
So
that helps a lot.
I take that back. I'm not betting on the Bengals. But I will bet, even though I hate the 49ers, I am betting on the 49ers in Mexico City to beat the Cardinals. And I'm taking the spread at -8.
Yeah, they're gonna kill the Cardinals.
And you know why?
Mexico City.
You know why?
Why?
You know what came out tonight?
Double XP.
Warzone 2.
Oh, fuck yeah, Warzone 2. How can I forget?
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
That whole plane ride, Kyler's just going to
be... Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he's done. It's done. And the 49ers really aren't that bad. The 49ers aren't that bad. And
they're good.
Take away the injuries, bro. I think they're a totally different team. But,
dude, the lowest ticket price for this game is $234. Like,
in Mexico City?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying for that shit.
That's crazy.
Bonkers, dude. My fucking mouse just doesn't work.
Yeah. I really like how they're spreading the game, though. I think that's really cool. They definitely needed you got F1 going everywhere and anywhere, and I think this is that's week 11 of NFL. Do you have anything else to add?
Nah, I think it's gonna be
Week 11 into week 12, I think,
it's
right?
definitely one of the better slates I believe that we've had in some past weeks. Which I mean, like we said before, could be a fucking stinker. Or dude, let's go to the fucking Commanders Texans game in Houston. Tickets as low as $18. Actually, you can pay me to go watch that game. The fuck am I talking about? You couldn't pay me to go watch that game.
Thank you. No, thank you, dude. That just sounds absolutely miserable.
Yeah, but
if there's a game we're going to, we're going Cowboys Colts in Dallas. Colts.
Yeah, if anything, but
would be absolutely electric.
But yeah, that was week 11. Probably going to be a good week. But we say it's going to be a good week. Might be a shit week. Who knows? Any given Sunday, like Chase likes to say.
I mean, everyone says that, so I probably stole it from someone else.
But fuck them, you're claiming it.
And I grabbed it. I was like, you know what? It's my saying. Any given Sunday, it's going to happen.
Fuck
Speaking
of
Mexico City, though, speaking of F1, there was a race in Brazil, which is one of my favorite races of the year. That is one of my favorite tracks.
I like the track. I like the track a lot.
Great racing track, great passing track. And I know you didn't get to catch a lot of the race. I was able to watch the whole race. I know there's not a lot of people in here that watch F1, but the thing is, guys, as much as this is just racing, there is so much shit that goes on behind the scenes. These drivers, these grown men, some of them are boys. Most of them are grown men.
They act like children. Yep.
Children.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Children. So, one thing, Lance Stroll ran Sebastian Vettel off the track on the straight.
If you don't know who Lance Stroll is, his daddy bought the fucking Aston Martin team, and that's he's able to race.
He's a paid driver. So, now all of these drivers have to go through different leagues, different racing series to be able to acquire enough license points to be able to race in F1, which is the top tier of Formula in Europe. It's extremely popular in Europe, not as popular here yet, while it is becoming more popular. But these, as shit as Lance Stroll is, as much as his dad has helped him get where he is today, he still had to put in the work. He had to be decent enough to get here in the first place. That being said, he disrespected one of the greater drivers of all time in Sebastian Vettel by running him off the track on a straight, which was absolutely insane. Thankfully, he got a time penalty for that. Still finished in front of him, which was unfortunate. But
he races for Alpine, correct?
Aston Martin.
So they're teammates.
Yes, his daddy exactly. His daddy owns Aston Martin, and it is Sebastian Vettel's last season, and Lance Stroll ran him off the track. That's here nor there. Lance Stroll is a fucking cuck. I hate that guy. Never liked that guy.
Would you rather be stuck in a room with him or Nicholas Latifi?
Latifi?
Lagodi?
Now, is Latifi shit? Yes. Is Latifi a fucking cuck? Absolutely not.
No. He seems like a genuine guy.
Exactly. Latifi doesn't act like he's good. Lance thinks he's fucking great, and Lance is garbage. I hate that guy. But I think the story of the week is it was a sprint weekend. So on a sprint weekend, on a normal F1 weekend, you do practice Friday and Saturday. You have qualifying Saturday afternoon, and then the race is on Sunday. On a sprint weekend, they have practice on Friday, qualifying, practice on Saturday, sprint race, which is only about 30 minutes, however many laps, because different tracks are different lengths, takes different amount of times.
It's like 10 to 15, right? Like it's not very
I think
long.
I think it was 21 for in Brazil, but just depending on because I think they do those by time. So qualifying into the sprint race, and the sprint race how that sprint race ends decides the starting grid for the race on Sunday. And Haas and Kevin Magnussen came out with the first Haas pole all time. K-Mag, great job, great props to the guy, even though he dropped down to like fucking 9th in the sprint.
And if you don't like F1, just vote for or go for Haas because they're the one American team we fucking have. So let's go Haas, baby.
Yeah, because there's no American drivers on the grid yet. Hopefully soon coming, but it's a stupid expensive sport to get into. Like, man, we're talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. It's
insane.
You basically have to be like an NFL owner to have the amount of money to just throw around.
Yeah. Unless you are a one-of-a-kind talent like Lewis Hamilton and are able to find sponsors and move your way up, you're not making it unless your parents have money. But yeah, so K-Mag ended up retiring. Daniel Ricciardo crashed him out, sadly, because I love Danny Rick.
R.I.P. to Danny Rick.
I did hear... Listen. I did hear that potentially, I don't know if it's 100% confirmed yet, but I did hear he's signing with Red Bull as a reserve driver.
Hey, at least he'll have somewhat of a seat. Let's go. Hey,
I love Danny Rick. Danny Rick is a great motherfucking guy.
He's a great Aussie lad.
That guy.
Just a great Aussie lad.
But the storyline of the week is Max Verstappen himself. Max Verstappen, during the middle of the race, got a little too... I mean, Max, you kind of have been watching F1 for a few years to know Max does not give a flying fuck about nobody, especially Lewis Hamilton. They ended up getting into a little fender bender, if you could call it that. Ended up pushing Lewis off the track.
I mean, a fender bender at only $150, $160, like no big deal.
Yeah, no, it's just in a multi-million-dollar F1 car, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Which ended up costing him quite a bit of time in the race because he did end up getting a penalty for it. And then at the end of the race, Checo Perez, which is also one of my favorite drivers all time, he has one of the last to first. He has a last to first win. Which if you know anything, fucking mental.
Yeah, if you know anything about F1, like the slightest bit, trying to go from last to first is borderline impossible.
Let alone, here's the thing. He was not in the best car. He was not in a Red Bull. He wasn't in a Mercedes, and this was a few years ago. He wasn't in one of those top tier cars. He was in he was either in an Alpine or Force India. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I believe it was Force India. Because I remember the peak, like the peak jumpsuit.
BWT on the side. Yep.
I believe it was Force India, which that team is now Aston Martin.
Exactly. Max Verstappen already has won the Drivers' Championship as of 2 or 3 races ago. I believe it's 2. He sealed the deal in Suzuka in Japan.
Locked it up.
And he's already won 15 races this year, which set a record. He has nothing else to fight for. Now, coming towards the end of the race, about 7 laps left, Sergio Perez was in 6th place. Max Verstappen was in 7th place. And Sergio Perez is fighting for 2nd place in the championship, while Charles Leclerc is fighting for 2nd as well with him.
Leclerc races for Ferrari.
Charles was too far ahead, but you have to try to maximize the points. So Red Bull told both of them, Sergio and Max are teammates on Red Bull. They told both of them, hey, we're going to let Max pass you because he usually has more pace because Checo doesn't fit the car as well as Max does. Let him pass. If he cannot catch the next car in front, we will let you repass for extra points. Come lap 71, the final lap, coming over the radio, they said, Max, please give Checo the place back. Max said, don't ask me that again. I've given you my reasons. He said...
He basically just double-birded.
He said, I told you, don't ask me that again. I have my reasons. Which reasons or not, I'm not going to get into anything else because it's going to take too long. That is absolutely fucking insane. As now a 2-time world champion, you give your teammate who has won you a driver's championship the double middle finger, the double bird, and give him a chance of losing the championship, which is absolutely insane. Childish by Max. It took my respect level for him down quite a few steps, personally. But the other thing I found funny was Charles Leclerc was trying to get Ferrari because Carlos Sainz finished third.
P3, yeah.
Charles Leclerc was trying to get Ferrari to give him the third place. You're not going to take a podium away. That is absolutely fucking mental. That is insane.
You can't, especially with Carlos Sainz has had from what I understand, he's had a pretty tough go at being an F1 driver. Like, although, like we said before, your parents have to have money, and like it's not like he's poor, like his family's not poor. He's not a paid driver, but he's had a pretty tough go in F1 for the most part. If I'm getting the story down right.
Yeah.
So to take that podium away from the dude is kind of, I mean, there's a lot of beef going on between these teams. And like, if this was like a fucking, like an NFL team, it wouldn't fucking fly.
Oh yeah. No, it's just insane to ask those kind of things. But nonetheless, that's F1 is coming down to the last weekend. Next weekend, they're racing in Abu Dhabi, which is the last race of the year.
Shout out to Mercedes for getting a P1, P2 finish. They've been struggling all season.
George Russell won his first race of the year, which was really cool to see. A lot of respect to that guy because he is a really good driver. And excuse me, Carter. Final race is this weekend.
I thought it was the 20th, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Abu Dhabi is typically where they end it all. They, was it last year where they had that Max Verstappen thing, or was it the year before?
Last year.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't follow F1, I would recommend the Netflix series that they have. I forget what it's called.
Race to something, but you watch the series. You also have to get into the races because the series is just kind of a lot of drama, a lot of this, a lot of that, which gets you pulled into it. But
yeah. It gets you. It got me sucked in. That's how I kind of became a fan of F1, is watching the Netflix series, because I like the drama, I like the shit talk, I like all that stuff. But the struggle for me with F1, which, I mean, I feel like we're going to get off this topic pretty soon, is just because they race in so many different countries, it's hard to dial up the fucking times,
Yeah. No.
And I mean, which, I mean, this might be a hot take, but that's the reason, like, I'll flick on a NASCAR race, is just because, it's in the fucking time zone. Like,
yeah.
But, I mean, it is what it is. That's
the hardest part about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind waking up at 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock to watch a fucking race, then do it. But then that leads me to my next point, where next year they're bringing it to Las Vegas, and I think that's what's really gonna suck people into this motherfucker.
It will, but here's the thing, bro. I was set on going to Vegas. Jesus fuck, bro. Dude,
I'm going.
People with the prices, bro. I can't blow my money on that shit, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not buying a ticket, but I'll be in Vegas while they have the race. I'm gonna be on the strip in a hotel, and I'll just fucking look down from my balcony and be like, "Hey, there's fucking the race going on," Or I might just be stuck on the blackjack table, spending my entire net worth. But it's fine, it is what it is. It's Vegas.
I might just have to be there too, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, F1's fun. You guys should maybe get into it a little bit. But I think a topic that a lot of people are a little bit more interested, at least that listen to this podcast, is college football.
Boy, was I fucking surprised when they came out with these rankings, man. Jesus Christ.
I mean, Georgia number 1, you can't really dispute that. Ohio State 2, okay, I would put Michigan there, but that's me. Michigan 3. But here's where the discussion starts. Number 4, Texas Christian University, TCU, the Horned Frogs, the alma mater of Andy Dalton, is number 4. And it's kind of just like I get they're fucking 10-0, you know, like they've played like decent teams here and there, but like, dude, Tennessee lost to Georgia, number 1, but they beat Alabama. LSU has 2 losses. All right, whatever, but they play in the SEC. USC 7, I don't really fucking get behind. Alabama 8, okay, you could probably still boot them up to fucking Alabama plays TCU this year. They're getting 40 bopped. I'm sorry. That just is what it is. And it's college football. Like, that's just how it is.
I'd say that, but at the same time, I mean, Alabama hasn't really looked that good.
I know they haven't, but at 9 and 10, you have Clemson at 9 and Utah at 10. Both those teams play TCU. I promise you they're beating the piss out of them. I promise you.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I mean, I haven't watched much of TCU football this year, being honest.
Who the fuck does? We live in California.
Exactly. But, like, dude, the fact they have Tennessee at 5, like, I get you want to expand. Like, this is why you expand the college football playoff earlier. So then you fucking see these teams that are, they're having a great fucking season, historical fucking season. Then you see them play a fucking SEC team and they get fucking mollywopped. It happens every fucking year.
Well, I mean, if
every fucking year.
They beat Tarleton. Do you know who that is?
No clue. They're probably some fucking Louisiana school.
They beat Colorado, SMU, Oklahoma, Kansas. Kansas really isn't that bad this year. I'm going to give them.
No, Kansas is actually pretty good this year.
They did come out and beat Oklahoma State by 3. They beat Kansas State.
Which I'd be like, okay, you can give them the Oklahoma State win. I mean, clearly they won, but again, it was at home. Oklahoma State isn't what they have been the past 4 or 5 years. And like, okay, yeah, they beat them, but it was only by 3. They were playing at home, like I said. And I mean, it is what it is. Keep riding off their wins. Let's hear it.
It was, and then you got fucking. Sorry, I just lost it. They beat 2 other teams. They beat after Oklahoma State, it was Kansas State. They beat West Virginia by 10. Which, how do you give up 10 points to West Virginia? God, do I know. Texas Tech by 10, and Texas by 7.
Well,
so it's like, I don't understand. Okay, are they undefeated? Yes. So the fuck what?
They're not beating any SEC school.
No.
Let me look at another SEC school on this. They're not beating Ole Miss. I promise you that.
Absolutely not.
They're not beating. Holy shit! Tulane is number 21 in the nation. Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir, they are.
They're not beating Florida State. Notre Dame's going to give them a fucking run.
Notre Dame's going to give them a run for their money. I'll bet.
UCLA is going to give them a run. Oregon's going to give them a run. Penn State's going to give them a run. Utah will probably fucking whoop that ass. Clemson, whoop that ass. Alabama, whoop that ass. USC, whoop that ass. LSU, whoop that ass. Tennessee, whoop that ass. Like, if they just play any type of fucking comp, which I'll give them the Oklahoma State one. I'm going to give them the Oklahoma State one. Yeah, you only won by 3 at home. I'll give you that.
But they
one.
won.
I'll lay off
But they
that
won.
one.
But they won.
They did win. But all the other ones, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry. I just don't understand. I don't understand why you're basing the rankings off of. I mean, as much as they don't base them off record, they're basing them off record, bro.
Which is wild because the coaches poll even has about the same exact fucking standings as the AP one or as the college playoff rankings. Which is wild because, dude. But
then once you get deeper, that's when they start mixing things up. So when the teams are 8-2 or 9-1, that's when they start fucking. Oh, this team's better than this team because this team has this, and this, even though they have the same record. So the fuck what if they're undefeated, bro? So the fuck what? Look at Alabama in the past few years, bro.
Kansas State is pretty good this year, so you could kind of give them that one too, I guess. Kansas State is good, and they have I forgot his name, but he's from Clovis West, their quarterback.
I have no idea.
Forgot his name, but he's a Valley boy. Yeah, but in the coaches poll, they're 17, which is like, are they sucking them off, or is the AP sucking them off, or a college football ranking sucking them off, or are they really that fucking good, you know?
Talk about OSU down to 22, though.
I mean, they are 7-3, so. But again, like, you have Oklahoma State play Tulane. Fucking Oklahoma State's whapping. You have Oklahoma State play UCF. They're whapping. They're probably whapping Florida State. They're probably whapping Notre Dame. They're probably whapping Washington.
I see why Kansas State's. Did you see Kansas State beat Oklahoma State 48-0?
Yeah, I did see that. That was earlier in the season, right?
Yeah.
His name's Martinez. I'm pretty sure Martinez had like 4 or 5 touchdowns, if I'm fucking not mistaken.
For who?
Kansas State. Quarterback. He's from Clovis West.
Adrian Martinez?
Adrian Martinez. Dude went fucking crazy against Oklahoma.
Okay.
Absolutely bonkers against Oklahoma.
Fresno, California.
Mm-hmm. I believe he went to Clovis West.
Clovis West. West.
Yep, he was. I think he was our graduating class, 2019. I think
1 year before. He's 22.
18. Okay, so he's 18. Yeah. But dude was a dog at Clovis West. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he went to Nebraska or Wisconsin. It's either Nebraska or Wisconsin.
He did go to Nebraska first. But that's the thing, bro. If you're a dog in high school, you better I mean, I know high school is obviously college and high school are totally different leagues. Same thing as college to NFL, totally different leagues, totally different skill levels. But if you're shitting on people in high school, you better be goddamn good in college.
Well, I heard, or I was listening to a podcast a couple weeks ago about an it was this ex-NFL player that played like D3, was drafted like 7th round, was a pretty good I forgot what position he played, but was a pretty good NFL player. And he was talking about all the skill positions, whether you go D1, D2, D3, JUCO ball, NAIA, are all kind of the same caliber of kids. Like they all have roughly about the same talent.
Okay.
It's coaching and quarterback where you really see the fucking jump in between the two.
Yeah, which I can see that. I mean,
I can see because there's
quarterback behind. Same thing in NFL though.
There's crazy athletic kids, guys in the NFL, college, like crazy athletic people all over the place. Like they will find you and give you a fucking scholarship, you know? But there's certain tangible shit from where college to D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO ball that you don't have as a Bryce Young, a fucking Stroud,
Hooker.
a hooker, like even DJ Ogalele, the amount of shit we all talk on DJ Ogalele,
Yeah.
he's still a fucking animal compared to our high school fucking quarterbacks. Like, get the fuck out of here. DJ Ogalele would run circles around our fucking high school quarterbacks. No offense to fucking Will Springer, my dog, my boy, love you. But no hate, no shame. Like Will's playing D1 baseball right now. Like clearly he had.
He's a baseball player. He's a baseball player.
Yeah, he's a baseball player, and he just tried.
He's a pitcher, bro. He's a pitcher. Is he an all-around athlete? Yes, but
yes, he's not fucking even. He doesn't even sniff DJ Ogalele's fucking jockstrap in fucking quarterbacking. And we talk so much shit. Everybody talks shit on DJ. Everybody.
And you look at the amount of shit that people talk on NFL players, which, I mean, I do too. Granted, I do too. 100.
Oh, we all do. That's what we all love doing. But
I mean that's part of it. But at the same time, like you're talking shit about NFL players that will literally the smallest guy will crush most normal people. And I see these people on Twitter consistently, even with UFC, trash-talking UFC fighters. Okay, hop in the ring. Shut the fuck up. You're not standing foot to foot. 5 of you is not standing foot to foot with Volk, bro. You're not standing foot to foot with Volkanovski, bro.
Or go ahead. Izzy just lost this past Saturday. Go ahead and stand in, or even go ahead and stand right next to Israel Adesanya. He is going to tower over you. His shoulders are going to be fucking this goddamn wide. He is going to fucking maul your ass.
Even some bigger motherfuckers. Say you're these fucking C bums, yoked ass gym guys who are 250, 260 big, who would fight in heavyweight. You're going to get absolutely fucking destroyed. I know it's part of the thing, but I think people sometimes don't understand the level that you have to be in college alone. If you're not in college, obviously, if you're not good in college, obviously you're not going to the NFL. But you gotta be the best of the best to get into college. Alone D1.
Well, that's the thing. Like in high school, I was a good baseball player. Not to toot my own fucking horn. We had Gavin Gamble watches this pod. Aiden Duran watches this pod. Quality fucking baseball players. Solid high school baseball players. But in order to play at that college level, even the JUCO level, which I played at, it's just different, dude. And I played on probably one of the worst teams in the state of California. We were literally ranked my freshman year as the worst team in the state of California. But to get there and be on that starting 9, you have to be built different. Like literally. And these people that fucking sit home on the fucking couch, talk fucking shit, eat their potato chips, fucking lifted weights when they were fucking in high school, think they're all fucking badass. No, you're not. You're not. Okay? You're
nobody.
You're nobody, bud. That's why we watch these fucking. That's why we watch these guys at Georgia, these guys at Ohio State, these guys at Michigan, even these guys at fucking TCU. If we're gonna talk shit on TCU,
I mean,
that's why we watch those fucking guys.
Yeah. Now, should they be ranked 4? No.
No.
Shit?
But
No.
No. And that's not what this pod is about. Like, yeah, we might chirp our fucking shit, talk our fucking shit, but like, we're not here to fucking, almost dehumanize these fucking people because they are fucking savages. Every single one of them.
Yeah, absolutely not, bro. I don't care if you're fucking one of the bottom teams in fucking D1.
You could be. Let's look at this complete rankings. Let me pull up the.
I stand face to face. I'm gonna get crushed, bro. I don't care.
Crushed.
And I'm fucking 6'2", motherfucker. Like I'm not short. I'm not small. But at the same time,
same with me. Both of us are
different level. Yes.
Both of us tower tower over the normal sized human being. But then
I
you look at
tower
a
over Volk, bro. I tower over
yes.
Volk. I tower over most of these professional fighters. I tower over some of these fucking NFL players. Yeah, but it's just crazy that people don't understand.
I'm getting my shit rocked. Whichever sport it may be. I'm getting blown up by 90, 95 to 100. I'm getting fucking cracked by any linebacker in the NFL, even on the practice squad. Not out throwing any quarterback in the NFL, college, any of them. Don't matter.
And you even look at the 1-9 South Florida Bulls. Shout out to Jason Littlejohn, the motherfucking dog, for being out there and playing. We're getting crushed with those motherfuckers.
Hey, the dog caught a touchdown pass this weekend. Did you see that? He caught his first. He caught his first career touchdown pass. Shout out to Jason Littlejohn, SP legend, SP legend,
bro, fucking hype.
Dog. Watch, listen, and hear out for the name Jason Littlejohn. I promise you'll hear more about this guy.
Because I've been checking his stats every week, bro. I've been checking his stats. I'm so glad he finally got some time on the field, got a motherfucking catch, bro. Let's fucking go, LJ.
He caught his first touchdown pass this past weekend. They caught it on I forget which broadcast it was. I think it was ESPN2, maybe. They caught it. They got him on the touchdown pass. Huge. Big fucking animal moves.
Let's go, LJ. Big props to you, kid. Out here doing shit that most of these people don't even fucking understand.
Out here doing shit from small town Hanford, California, Sierra Pacific High School, which probably most of you guys have never fucking heard of. But big love, shout out to Jason Littlejohn for that.
Fucking yes, bro.
And I think that moves us on into baseball here.
We've had some moves going on this week, huh?
Before we get into that, let's just give it up to Justin Verlander.
Wait, what happened with JV?
Cy Young.
Oh, he did win Cy Young, didn't he?
Yeah, Cy Young.
Sandy
Alcantara, Cy Young.
I love Sandy. Sandy's a great motherfucking player.
Sandy's a dog. Justin Verlander, dog at fucking 40 years old, dog. Fucking both those guys, absolute animals. But I think an even bigger story here, not even the Rizzo, but the Teoscar Hernandez to the Mariners.
That's exactly what I was just looking at.
Teoscar Hernandez to the Mariners. I don't know what they got back. I don't know what the transaction was. But if you guys don't know Teoscar Hernandez, very good fucking player. I don't have his stats up right now. But just a all-star, quality outfielder, just a dude. Gonna be a great pairing in right field with Julio Rodriguez, and then I believe they still have lefty white kid.
I don't know who's in left field.
He was on the Reds. Lefty, fucking. My God.
I don't know the Mariners roster like that, but that makes.
Oh my God.
That takes the Mariners from a wild card team to I would say at least a divisional round team, minimum. Because they have the pitching staff. Now they have even more bats.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they're in the same league as the Astros, correct? Or am I tripping?
They are.
Jesse Winker. That's who I'm thinking
of.
Oh,
yeah. Don't know I could have forgotten that guy.
Back to our topic about guys being fucking absolute monsters in the show. Jesse Winker is 6'3", 215. And he looks small on a baseball field. 6'3", 215. Julio Rodriguez is 6'3", 228.
And he looks small.
And he looks small, bro. Like, dude, these guys are fucking monsters, bro. But anyways, Teoscar Hernandez to the Mariners, big deal. He's probably going to get fucking paid, which, shout out to getting paid.
Yeah, big time.
Shout out to making your money. Big move. I mean, do you see a move from the Blue Jays here coming out of that?
Dude, and that's the thing is they were a wild card team this year. They got Gossman. They got a pretty decent team because they have Guerrero Jr. too, right? Still,
Guerrero, Bichette.
which Bichette had a great year, but that's the thing, bro.
He made a lot of errors,
Chaos.
though. That was the only thing.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. He had a great. He was great on the bat side, but as far as the defensive side, not really the best. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Blue Jays make another push, but I could see him slipping back into the midfield.
I was hearing from our resident baseball insider Hayden DeLuzio
He's the man.
that they were gonna do a push for Nimmo.
Okay, but they
Slide
got a
George,
beef somewhere else too.
slide George Springer to right, Nimmo center, whoever the fuck they haven't left. Chappie third, Bobichette short. I forget who their second baseman is. Guerrero and Alejandro Kirk behind the dish.
Kirk's solid. Their pitching core isn't that bad, but
Their pitching kind of fucking sucks, honestly. Like,
yeah, and that's the part where they lose it. But
I mean, it is what it is. The Blue Jays are in my division as a Yankees fan, so I would love to see them fucking suck. But it's big for Toronto if they're fucking good.
oh fuck yeah, no, it'd be big time for them, especially for the Canadians up there. Fuck them, but
Other big news in baseball: Anthony Rizzo re-signs with the Yankees. The Italian re-signs with the Yankees. I believe it was 2 years, $34 million, 17 a year.
17 a year with the $6 million buyout for a 2025 option.
Yes, which I think
good for the Yankees. They got him cheap.
Got him relatively cheap, and I think that opens up Aaron Judge coming back. I think Anthony Rizzo is a big part of Aaron Judge coming back to the Yankees. I fucking make me sound crazy for saying that.
Could be.
Because the way I literally watched all 162 games of Yankees baseball this year. The camaraderie, the just overall personality of Anthony Rizzo to Aaron Judge just flowed like fucking hot gravy on Thanksgiving morning.
They are good teammates.
Or Thanksgiving afternoon. Like, they just gelled, they connected, they almost looked like fucking brothers, dude. And I think Anthony Rizzo taking that 17 mil, which honestly, if you told me he got 22, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because how old is he?
Mid-30s.
And, yeah, 33. That's not bad.
Well, I'm until he's 35.
That was the thing. I think you're right. I think he probably had a meeting with Cashman. Cashman said, "Hey, we're gonna have to cut you down a little bit just to give us a chance at Judgy again," and that opened up the door. And I know Rizzo's a big enough guy to say, "Okay, let's make it happen."
Well, the thing was also he was going to get 16 mil this year if he didn't opt out. So he decided to opt out, and we only gave him $1 more million, or technically $2 more million.
He got another year.
Yeah, we gave him technically one more million for this year, 17 for next, and the option. So it's kind of a win-win, because I think honestly, like, Rizzo probably came out of the meeting with Cashman and was like, "Hey, I'm only staying if fucking you guys get this Judge deal done." And Judge probably said, "Well, I'm only staying if you fucking stay."
Cashman's gonna have to fork out the check, bro, and that's the thing. I don't know that they're willing to do. But
And I was telling you, dude. I was telling you, fucking give that motherfucker the checkbook, whatever the fuck he
I,
wants.
t- I told him I'll call him up right now because he doesn't pay fucking nobody, bro. I don't
We pay
understand
the
this. This guy's always
we
got a
play
fucking stick up his ass.
we paid the clowns. We pay Chapman. We pay Donaldson. We pay Hicks, who Chapman. He's never going to be Yankee ever again. Donaldson is fucking washed. Aaron Hicks washed. We need to re-sign Severino.
Severino's good. Severino's good. Fucking my dog, motherfucking Nestor. I love
Nestor's
that
a
guy.
dog,
I
but
love Nestor.
we have him for stupid cheap.
Which is
Stupid cheap.
is crazy. But I don't know that I could see him anywhere else but pinstripes. Sadly, even though
Nah,
I like to see
you
him
can't.
over on the
That's
West
the.
Coast. But I couldn't see him anywhere else. I couldn't see him
I have
anywhere
the
else.
same. I literally have the same exact feel with Aaron Judge, bro. It's like I'm wearing this Giants jacket right now just because I like it. It's cozy, and if I have to tape on a 99 on the back, I won't be mad at it, but I would hate it.
No,
I would
please
hate
don't say that. Please don't say that. I would absolutely despise that. Speaking of the
My-
Giants, they did lock up Jock Peterson for another year.
What was it? Basically the franchise tag. Basically the franchise tag for the MLB without there being a franchise tag, right? Would they pay him like 20 something?
Yeah, 1965.
Yeah, basically 20.
Which is 20 mil, so he'll be back next year, which is good for them.
Good for them. Let's see if they can keep Rodon, however the fuck you say his Rodon.
If they don't keep him, that's a big problem. Because here's the thing.
Logan Webb's good, but besides that, who the fuck do they have?
Logan, I think at this point, after last season he had a pretty decent season, pretty decent to good season, and he was really good in the playoffs. But other than that, he's been quite average. Rodon, coming out of the White Sox, has been absolutely fucking so good. I think if timeline goes, Giants, Rodon leaves, Judge, no shot. Because you have to know if the Giants don't have a pitching core. Because who else wants to go to the Giants?
Well, I think I think Judge's biggest thing is he wants to fucking win. So if he wants to fucking win,
Not gonna go to the Giants.
You either fucking become the most hated person in New York.
Exactly, Dodgers,
exactly what I was about to say.
Astros, Dodgers,
Braves,
or I guess you could stay with the Yankees but at the same
I was gonna say, fuck it, go to Philly,
and that would just beef up their bats even more because I think the Yankees have
him and Bryce. Imagine him and Bryce on the same.
Let's not forget about Schwarber, bro. Schwarber's also a motherfucking dog.
Just think, the Yankees almost had Bryce Harper, but Brian Cashman's dumbass didn't even give him a fucking offer. He wanted to be a Yankee. And Brian Cashman's dumbass didn't even give him. That's where I'm afraid, dude. That's why we need to get rid of his old ass, bruh. We need to get rid of his.
Long, bro. He's been
since '98, dude. And I get in fucking '98 and early 2000s we were fucking good. We haven't been good, bruh. Since 2009, we haven't been fucking good. But it is what it is. Angels are out here making big moves with Tyler Anderson. How do you feel about that as a resident Dodgers fan?
He had a breakout year last year, which is good for him. It's definitely.
How old is he? Because they gave him 3 years for $39.
He's not super old. But
he just looks old.
He's I think he looks older than he really is. He's 32, which is young for a pitcher.
Yeah, it's relatively young. We got Justin Verlander in his 40s winning a fucking Cy Young.
Still going. And obviously Tyler Anderson isn't Justin Verlander or anybody in the upper tier.
Man still had
Which
man still had a two fucking
he had that's what I'm saying. He had a
a two ERA.
really breakout year last year. I'm glad he's going to make the money. It's going to hurt our pitching core, but going to have to bring some other guys in because you can't really. Kershaw's getting older. Kershaw's never really dependable as far as injuries. And then
You got to let Dustin May eat.
Urias is coming back stronger than ever, I would think. Dustin May, and then you cannot forget Mr. Walker.
When's he gonna come back though? That's the question.
He'll be back. He'll be
not
back
at the start though. After All-Star break. After All-Star break.
After All-Star break, which I'll understand, but he's going to be back for the part of the season that matters. Give a fuck about the first 20, 30, 40 games. After that is really what it matters, because as long as the Dodgers get into the, I think at this point with the way the playoffs work, I think if Dodgers get in wild card, they have a better chance than how they were this year.
I mean, we saw it with the Phillies. Yeah, unless you're the fucking Astros, you got the best shot playing in the wild card because the bats stay hot, the pitchers stay warm.
But then at the same time, you see the Phillies going from, they went from heating up to blazing hot, and then they ran out of fuel.
Which sucks, I mean, the blueprint is out there. I don't know why more teams don't just follow the Astros blueprint. You get solid base knock guys with a couple power hitters and then a fucking bullpen, because a bullpen always wins you the playoff games.
Let's talk about a top-tier bullpen with top-tier starters. No matter which way you want to flip it, their starters were just as good as the bullpen. Now, did Verlander?
Their whole team was raw. Yeah, their whole team was good.
Obviously, because they were able to win the World Series. Here's the question: where's DeGrom going?
The Rangers.
They just re-signed Perez, but Rangers are still going to be sorry, bro.
I don't know, bro. They got
Seager.
You
think they can make a push?
They got Simeon. Their fucking division's kind of trash, if I'm thinking of the right fucking division.
Yeah, their division really isn't the best.
It's not the best. They weren't horrible this year.
No.
By any stretch. But they weren't good. You had a dude like DeGrom, maybe Judge. You start shelling out a couple bucks, not giving a fuck.
Judge ain't going to the Rangers, though. Here's the thing. Trey might go to the Rangers.
Where's he going to play? Fucking second base? I heard he was going to the Phillies.
I guess.
Because here, let me pull up this MLB post.
He's leaving the Dodgers. I know that's for sure.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's done in LA. My thing is though,
choked the fucking playoffs, bro.
My thing is though, for most of these guys, it's like, do you want to get taxed like a motherfucker or do you want to be chilling? So, MLB posted this a day ago. Top free agent predictions from the MLB. Aaron Judge, Yankees. DeGrom, Texans. Trey Turner, Phillies. Carlos Correa, Dodgers. Xander Bogaerts, signing back with the Red Sox. Verlander, staying in Houston. Dansby Swanson, staying in Atlanta. Carlos Rodon, going to the fucking Mets. Wilson Contreras, catcher, Cubs. If you don't know who he is, Savage. St. Louis. Brandon Nimmo staying with the Mets. Jose Abreu staying with the White Sox. That's what the verified MLB account posted.
Rodon to the Mets, though, bro. You just throw.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna give up fucking DeGrom, you might as well cash the fuck out and go get fucking Carlos.
I guess he'll get paid, but at the same time, I just feel bad for the guy, bro. Go somewhere you can win, like you're actually going to be used.
Yeah, come to the Yankees.
Yes, I know the Mets. The Mets got
the Yankees almost had him at the trade deadline. They almost had him.
But they
Almost.
Didn't, but they didn't get him.
But they didn't. Because it's Brian Cashman's bitch ass.
I know the Mets got Pete. The Mets have fucking Danny Berger. The Mets have fucking Lindor. The Mets have this and that and this and that. But they lost to the goddamn Padres.
So did you.
So did the Dodgers. So did the Dodgers. But you also have to give them the benefit of the doubt coming off. Who did the Yankees beat? The Guardians.
Yeah, and then we got our ass smacked by the fucking Astros. But then who got their ass smacked by the Astros again? That's why I can't feel bad. I can't feel bad.
I can't feel bad either because the Phillies fucking smoked them. But how are you gonna say you can't feel bad about the Astros smoking the Yankees after beating the Guardians, but you're gonna say I should feel bad after we lose to the Padres coming off of a week bye and then getting smoked by the Phillies?
Because if you look at it, the Phillies got smoked by the Stros. Okay. The Phillies smoked the Padres. The Padres put up a fantastic series against the Dodgers. Yankees beat the Guardians. Shouldn't have been that close. Yankees got smoked by the Stros.
That's what I'm
smoked.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
But then again,
that's all I'm saying.
Again, my team lost to the World Series champs. Your team didn't even lose to the runner-ups. They lost to the team that lost to the runner-ups. It's different comps here. Regardless,
sweat though. You guys got sweat.
Hey, regardless of that,
Bro.
Both of our teams should have done a lot better.
Yes, that is 110% true. That is 110% true. And I want to blame half the fucking game on fucking Trey Turner and the fucking bullpen being goddamn awful. Dude, oh my god, the game when they pulled when they pulled Almonte, bro.
Hey, fire Dave Roberts. That's all I gotta say. Get Dave Roberts the fuck out of town.
Bro.
We need to get rid of Brian Cashman. Y'all need to get rid of Dave Roberts. Sorry. It is what it is.
I'm fine with that, bro. I mean, I'm still wearing a fucking cap, so it's not like I'm going anywhere, but
I'm not going anywhere either, but
no. I mean, you put together a good point. You really do put together a good point. But I can't not fight. I can't not fight you.
Hey, was that Magic Johnson quote true? Where he was like, "We've spent X amount of dollars just to lose in the playoffs every single year," or was that a fake quote?
About the Lakers?
Did you see that? No, about the Dodgers. Because you know how he's like one of the owners.
Is he really?
Magic Johnson? Yeah, the guy with AIDS. Yeah.
I didn't.
He's in the majority owner like group, basically.
And everyone has AIDS then. That's unfortunate.
Maybe that's your guys' fucking downfall. Your whole team has AIDS. Maybe that's the issue.
I guess maybe it could be. So you know what, Phillies? You won because we all had AIDS. So fucking deal with it.
Hey, but still congrats to the Phillies for at least making it there, dude. Didn't even get 100 wins.
Big props to the Phillies, bro. I mean, you come that far, you beat the previous world champs and the Braves, who were not that sorry without Freddie Freeman.
We were all cheering for you guys. So.
Oh, man, I was rooting so hard for the Phillies, and it was sad to see their bats go cold, but that's what happens when you play that many games, man. It's tough. Yeah. But
it's tough. Pitching goes cold. Hitting goes cold. I mean...
I don't even know that the pitching went that cold. It's just that the bats went cold enough that the Astros got confident, and then you have fucking Alvarez, Yordan's coming up to the plate, and everyone's just
hitting one.
Oh well, here's how it's gonna go.
I don't think that ball that Yordan hit has landed yet. We're talking 3 weeks ago. I still don't think that ball has landed.
Still probably flying.
It's in orbit right now, like a satellite following.
It's never going to fall then.
Yeah. it's in orbit currently. Because, God, that's a bad man. The Dodgers should have fucking kept him, bruh.
You know how good the Dodgers make decisions. Just great decisions every fucking
Great
time.
decisions, It is what it is. But,
Never made a
yeah.
mistake. Got a long time till baseball season starts back up.
A lot of topics, though, coming out of baseball. Football, NFL is in full swing. College in full swing. F1 on its final weekend.
Donkey said, Donkey. I'm going to miss that motherfucker, dude. I really am.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to miss him.
It is what it is.
Guy, dude.
Yeah.
Red Bull legend.
He makes mistakes here and there. But it is what it is.
Yeah. It's not on him. He's getting older. They kicked him out, basically. It is what it is. But, yeah. I mean, I think... Carter, you have anything else for the people? That's a Wednesday night pod for you guys.
Yeah, I think that's a Wednesday night pod. We'll maybe get in. We were talking about it earlier. Maybe a little
World
Sunday
Cup
fun day, World Cup, a little quickie one with a couple guests. Maybe the first guest on the pod.
We'll ready.
Be ready for it. Like, subscribe to all the fucking accounts, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube.
Leave
you
a
guys
comment.
know the deal.
Leave a comment. Let us know how you guys like it.
We actually do read the comments because we don't get that much. I read them every time.
Mm-hmm.
I like some.
Mm-hmm.
I like some. If you guys hate. I don't give a fuck. We're just working it out. It's our 6th episode, I believe.
Something like that. I want to shout out Z Barb, consistent watcher, consistent commenter. And I want to shout out my boy Hamza. Hamza, I love you, brother. Zach, I love you, brother. Boys, this is Take Us to Sports. I'm Chase. This is my main man, Carter. We out.
We out.